All 13 horrible things that happened to Teonna Rainwater in 1923. Horrible things happened to Teonna Rainwater, Amina Neves, in 1923, making her Yellowstone story one of the most difficult to watch. When her journey begins, Teonna Rainwater attends a Catholic boarding school run by Father Renaud, Sebastian Rocha, and a group of priests and nuns. To escape the abuse enacted by the assimilation school, Teonna escapes in 1923 Season 1, murdering her abusers and fleeing North Dakota. While Teonna meets people willing to help her along the way, the hunt for the Crow student continues, putting Teonna in a permanent state of danger. Father Renaud continues his search for Teonna with Marshal Nathan Kent, Jamie McShane, in 1923 Season 2. While Teonna and her group stay ahead of their pursuers for most of 1923 Season 2, Renaud and Ken leave a path of death and destruction behind them, senselessly murdering innocent people. Ultimately, their ruthless actions convince Marshal Mamie Fawcett, Jennifer Carpenter, to vouch for Teonna, giving her story a happy ending, at least as far as 1923 goes. Still, Teonna's freedom cost her everything, and what she endures is a testament to that. The first time 1923's audience met Teonna Rainwater, she was answering questions about soap, with her story opening at the U.S. School for Native Americans in North Dakota. A nun who goes on to antagonize Teonna, Sister Mary, Jennifer L., asks Teonna to name the ingredients of soap, and Teonna responds, oil, lye, and water. When Sister Mary pushes Teonna on what kind of oil, she says any kind, which angers the nun, and Sister Mary beats Teonna's hands with a ruler. The situation devolves as Sister Mary beats Teonna's hands, and she struggles to answer the nun's questions. As she endures the beating, Teonna mutters something in Crow, causing the nun to hit Teonna over the head. Teonna retaliates, reaching a breaking point, and she lashes out at Sister Mary, knocking her to the floor and punching her repeatedly. Eventually, two priests break up the quarrel, taking Teonna up the stairs to Father Renaud's office. The father is immediately curious about what Sister Mary did to prompt Teonna's attack, appearing to care for his student. Renaud even asks to see Teonna's hands, and when he can see they are covered in bruises, Renaud looks to his nun for an explanation. Sister Mary likens Teonna to a wild animal, and Father Renaud beats his teacher for the treatment of her student. However, just as it looks like the headmaster will show Teonna compassion, he beats her as well, saying he will not show her mercy. Later, as Teonna takes a bath, as instructed by the nuns, Teonna turns around to reveal the blood dripping down her legs to Sister Mary, caused by the wounds from Father Renaud. 1923 paints the bleak reality of Native American boarding schools as Teonna is forced to eat maggots for dinner. While the rest of the girls recite their dinner prayers, Teonna says something in Crow to her cousin, Bapuxte, Lena Robinson, knowing it will get her in trouble. Teonna tells Bapuxte, "I'd rather be hid than eat this." Terror spreads across Bapuxte's face as she witnesses her cousin breaking a major rule. The boarding schools like the one Teonna attended in 1923 were to assimilate children, so speaking their language was punished with the intent of suppressing Native American culture completely. Thus, Sister Mary immediately punishes Teonna. While she fights back, Teonna is held down by 4 nuns and given a horrible punishment. After Teonna's demonstration at dinner, she is shepherded outside into something Renaud calls a hot box. Renaud then places Teonna in a wooden box outside with no food or water, threatening her if she ever uses her native language again. He says, "If you speak that filth in my school again, I will bury you alive." Presumably, days later, 2 priests come to collect Teonna from the hot box, who is weak and can barely walk. The hotbox was meant to break Teonna's will to fight, with Father Rainwater saying, "Perhaps the hotbox will teach you the piety Sister Mary failed to impart on you." However, it only pushes the Crow student further into her breaking point. As Teonna hits her low point after baking in the sun in the hotbox, the abuse from her Catholic guardians continues. The Crow student takes a bath when she gets back inside the house. While it should have been a peaceful experience for her, Sister Alice, Carrie O'Malley, sexually assaults Teonna when she is too weak to bathe herself. While Sister Mary interrupts the abuse, she berates Teonna for attacking her, but not Sister Alice. Sister Mary then delivers a monologue to Teonna, saying that she's Teonna's salvation. Sister Mary then beats Teonna again, remarking that she's sworn to kill the Indian in her. This language is taken directly from the most prominent Native American boarding schools of the time, which had slogans such as, "Kill the Indian, save the man," encapsulating the assimilation mentality. Sometime later, the nuns lead a farming lesson outside as the girls pick berries. As the girls work, Sister Mary tells them that their days of following the buffalo are over, further separating the indigenous children from their culture. Sister Mary's dialogue would suggest that the nuns were saving the children, and they were teaching them life skills, but the experience is dehumanizing. When Sister Alice beats Papuxti for saying she's not Jesus, when she complains about the thorns, Teonna retaliates again. Papuxti's cousin hits Sister Alice, who had abused her days before, over the head with a metal pail. However, Sister Mary stops her attack, hitting Teonna in the face with a shovel so hard that it knocks her unconscious. When she wakes up, Teonna is tied to a chair. As she begins to struggle, Sister Mary tells Teonna she's trying to save her, but like the wolf, she must become a dog, reflecting her mentality that Teonna and her culture are akin to wild animals. Sister Mary then beats Teonna until she begs for salvation, and when she gives in, the nuns scrub Teonna's back with a steel brush, telling her she must be bathed in her blood to be saved. The battery that Teonna endures causes her to make war on the school, murdering sisters Mary and Alice before fleeing the institution. When the other nuns alert Father Rainwater of the murder, he summons the girls to question them. During questioning, Rainwater homes in on Teonna's cousin, Papuxti, since she is the only one crying, telling her, "Fear is the stench of guilt, and she reeks of it." Rainwater begins beating Papuxti, despite her telling him the truth that Teonna was heading home. When he doesn't believe her at her breaking point, Papuxti speaks Crow, telling him, "I am Otter from the Kills Many clan. My cousin will reach our home, and then the Kills Many clan will come to kill you." Enraged by the rebellion, Rainwater punches Teonna's cousin to the ground, and then stomps on her face, murdering her. After locating her tracks, Father Rainwater sends 3 priests after Teonna. Meanwhile, Marshal Kent begins hunting for Teonna, arriving at her grandmother's home with a warrant for Teonna's arrest. Kent believes that Isakshi could be harboring Teonna in her home, and as he looks around without a complete explanation, Isakshi demands that the lawman leave her home, hitting his arm. Kent pushes Isakshi back forcefully, and Teonna's grandmother dies instantly as she hits her head on the cook stove. While it appears as if it could have been an accident, Teonna's grandmother is just the first of many innocent Native Americans Kent kills in his ruthless pursuit of Teonna. The murder of her grandmother contributes to Teonna's claim in 1923 season 2's finale that fighting for her freedom cost her everything. Teonna makes it into the Badlands and finds a man named Hank Plenty Clouds, Michael Grays, who knows her father, runs his horse, Michael Spears, and promises to take her to him. However, the priests from Teonna's school continue to hunt her. First, they find Pete Plenty Clouds camped on his way back to Hank and Teonna, attacking and capturing him. While one priest attempts to take Pete back to Teonna's school, Unsuccessfully, since Runce's horse finds and kills him, the other two come upon Teonna and Hank's location. When Teonna runs, a priest attacks her. While Hank ultimately shoots both the priests, one survives and kills him after he turns his back, then attacks Teonna, who kills him with a rock. Although Teonna, Pete, Jeremy Ghana, and Runce's horse join forces at the end of 1923 Season 1, after they all survived the Price attacks, the hunt for Teonna Rainwater continues in 1923 Season 2. Marshall Kent joins forces with Father Renaud, and they take a southbound train to where they believe the Crow people are hiding. During their pursuit, the men meet Marshal Manny Fawcett in 1923 Season 2, Episode 2, who agrees to put up their wanted posters to help locate Teonna despite Kent's prejudiced behavior. In 1923 Season 2, Episode 4, Journey the Rivers of Iron, Teonna finds the posters at the rodeo after she and her group mates help some Texas cowboys herd cattle. While it looks like things might be turning up for Teonna, the wanted poster is a reminder of the transgressions that haunt her. When she and her father both discover the posters, they take off with Pete on an ill-fated path through the plains with little resources to support their attempt to evade the law.